Okay, so last week on Friday, I started mixing the hi-hats, and now obviously I'm going to continue with that. I have grouped the hi-hats from the other elements, so there's a separate stem in a way. I think this main hat here at the hat 7. Actually, I should rename that to main hat. Yeah, let me make this main hat, so then it's easier for me to go back to it and address to it. There is a frequency which is still annoying, and I think it's around this area. But see, if I take too much out of it, then it kind of loses its magic, and I think I tried this last time also. So what I'm going to do, I'll try to identify that particular frequency that is disturbing and see if removing it will improve the whole sound. Yeah, there. That one actually annoys me. I think it sounds better. But what I will do also, I'm going to add de-esser. Actually, that's a good one to fix, some of those sounds at the top that are annoying. Yeah, this basic one from Waves normally does the trick. And you can already hear it, huh? It starts to act. That's too much. Maybe I can make the Q a bit thinner. But I don't have the Q how do you call it? Control. The Q is what I mean by the Q is the width of the curve, of the EQ curve that is acting on this. So for instance, yeah, if you check here, this is the Q, and basically you see it opens up and it can make it closer, so you limit the amount that you want to decrease or boost. Small, like that. But I don't have here that control. Okay, I have the band pass. So if I select this, no. Yeah, but then maybe the band pass is better. So then I'm around 5.5k. Let's see. I think I might have to put it a bit higher though. So this is actually the amount that is being ducked. It's like a solo. Actually around there. Yeah, that's the frequency that's a bit annoying for me. Let's see how it is without. Wait, maybe more. It takes a bit too much. Yeah, this whole thing, this de-esser is a bit too wide. The queue is too wide. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add another Q3. I'm going to deactivate this. So then I'll add the Pro Q3, and I'm going to add a floating anchor here on the EQ. So how I do that actually is with command and then oh sorry, not command, with alt, then you can add the floating anchor. What it does, in a way like the multi-band dynamic does from the also from the Pro MB, but it works that works a bit different anyway, but the principle is in a way the same. So but here at least I have the control over the, well, first of all, visually I can see it where I can place it based on the curve of the hi-hat, and then I also have the Q control, which is actually really helpful. There you go. So let's sing the mix. This percussion, I also have to put it a bit lower. Maybe more to the right. I think this is much better, and maybe the amplitude here needs to be lower. Oh, not like that. Again, I have to fix it with the here from the arrows. Okay, just a tiny bit, not too much. I think that should be fine. So now I can remove the de-esser. And what I can also do, I can, let me check. Yeah, so what I can also do, I can sidechain the hat, this hat with another hat, but let's see later on in the process, because it really depends on how the other ones sound. Yeah. Okay, so this is another hat that I'm adding on top. Well, I can leave this Q2 there. Gonna drag in Q3. Well, actually, I'm gonna get rid of the Q2. So let's see what's around 6, 5, 8. 6, 5, 8. 6, 5, 8. Bam. Okay, now let's see how this sounds. I like this one. See here, I'm actually really tempted to remove this frequency because it sounds like glass when you hit it with a metallic thing. But actually, it is part of the sound itself, so of the characteristic of this hi-hat. So I'm not going to remove it. I'm just going to leave it there. Maybe there I can remove a bit, tiny bit. That one is okay. Well, sounds good. Let me see if I can improve it somewhat with some of the effects that I have on the return channels. This is the um, CLA unplugged. Yeah, this is the plugin. Okay. I actually like how these hi-hats sound with the full on, the send return from the CLA, but then it adds volume also. So I think a few dB is lower in volume, something like this, be fine. Now I'm going to scan through and see if there are any frequencies that are picking out as a result of the full-on processing, the parallel processing, yeah? Because sometimes when I do all the way up and then the volume is also increased and delays and whatnot is added via this unplugged plugin, I want to make sure that nothing is going through and it's annoying, you know? Okay, now there is a hat which I have here at in the first part of the track, but I don't have it in the second part of the track. Okay, I can remove this Q2. Bye. Oh, oh, oh. Okay, it's already, as you can see, it looks wonderful already. Not much EQing, I mean not much low cut to be done on it. You know, if you carefully select the sounds when you make music, then you don't have to do a lot of EQing, you know? If the sounds are organized on their respective band and it doesn't overflow or conflict with other elements, you know? I'm gonna leave that one there. But what I will do here, actually, I'm going to sidechain this one with the main hat. No, not the main hat. Let me choose another one. Let's see. No. Yeah, I'm gonna sidechain it with this one. So that's hat 3. And the reason why I'm doing it as 3. Because, so this is how, let me put this down. Actually, it doesn't need a lot, but yeah, because the volume is so low, then I need to push the controls here a bit higher from the compressor. This without, it already has a swing to it, but if I put this on, the compressor, it makes more room for the hat, the one above, the hat 3, and also it's going to move a bit more. So let's hear in the context. This without, so this is the hat, yeah, you hear it on the right side. But now it moves more. I like. Beautiful. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, so what this hat does now, it just adds some extra energy. You hear like a more open hat is coming in, but then here at the break, at the drop, well, after the drop actually, it comes with, yeah, full volume basically. And this whole changing of hats actually is, yeah, it keeps the track interesting, and maybe you don't even pay attention to it as a listener, but it does make it more interesting, fresh, to have elements changing, you know. And some people, they do it a lot with some producers, a lot with the claps. They keep changing the claps, so they alternate them, you know. And I don't know, maybe there's like a 16 bar loop, and the claps just keep evolving, and then that 16 bar loop repeats. So yeah, I mean, you can apply the same principle to the entire track. Okay, I'm getting distracted, so I'm gonna drop a Q3 again. As you can see, not much to be cut from the low, but I'm still going to do it. And actually on this side, better to do the EQ, because here the volume is stable. I think this is okay. I'm very tempted to remove this. Let's see if it's going to affect the sound in a negative way. Yeah, I think it's a bit more clean. So maybe this one I need to duck also a bit. Yeah, so the frequencies which are really important, they tend to stick out better now. Now there is quite a bit of lower part of the head, and now these ones are out, these 2 points. Yeah, I think it's better like this for sure. I'm tempted to take this one also out, but I think this is gonna affect the head sound for sure. Yeah, it just makes it too thin, because that's the, yeah, one of the main parts of the sound itself. So maybe a tiny bit lower, but I'm just gonna keep it there. And what I will do, I'm going to copy again the sidechain. Where is it? Yeah, this one is also okay. And I'm going to place it on this hat, and I will put through the main hat, and let's see how it's going to sound. No, actually I need to do it the other way around. So I'm going to drop this onto the main head sound. Yeah, there. So this is only with the EQ. And here I'm going to drop the head 5. Yeah, but just a little bit, not too much, because already this head I have EQ'd it pretty. I mean, the higher end is anyway diminished, and there is like a mid-high part that is more prominent. And this open head that I have, the head 5, operates more on the higher spectrum. So they are in a way completing each other, but I still feel it could work to have a sidechain compression on it. Yeah, definitely. I like it better. And just a little bit, not too much. With moderation. Nice, I like it. Now this ecstasy head loop. I have some processing on here, as you can see. This is yeah, the noise, the vocoder, and then I have some noise on it, and it does something here before the break. I really like that. And then before the drop. So this is actually a good point, because when it opens, it does basically the release is opening, as you can see, but it also adds some more frequencies. So what I have to do, I have to see this Pro Q2. Okay, well, this is empty, so I can remove. But what I'll do, I'll drop the Q3 after the vocoder, so I can adjust the frequency accordingly if any of these frequencies added by the vocoder are interfering with the frequencies of the other heads. Not too bad. So let me see here on this other side. Yeah, so I have to test it. So actually I have 3 modus of this hat. It's the one where the noise drum, the vocoder release is not operating, and then when it operates, which is here before the break, and then is again when it operates just before the drop. So I need to test all 3 parts within the mix and see how it sounds, and if anything needs to be adjusted. Now I'm tempted to keep it here, the low cut, but actually I won't, because if you listen carefully, there is some shuffleness going on in that spectrum here with the hat. And you also see it moving. You see? So I'm actually going to keep this. So that is fine. Now let's move here to the opening of the release from the vocoder. Okay, so actually what happens here in this spectrum, the dynamic is increasing, so then I need to put it down somehow. And I think I'm gonna do it again with a floating point on the EQ. To check without. I need to check it with. So, without, with. Nice, I like it, but a bit less. Something like that. And maybe the Q can be a bit more open. Something like that. Okay. Let's see now how it sounds also before the drop. It's here. Okay, so here I really miss it actually. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to make an automation. So the automation, really simple one. I'm just going to mute it and that's it. Bam. Because here there are not so many hats as I have in the other part of the track. I can keep it off. Because I think here it even goes less, right? No, it goes more. But because in this side, at the beginning of the track, I have so many other hats, then it's just too much going on. So it's better this way. Let me listen one more time. Yeah, definitely. So I'm going to keep it like this. And save also. Yeah. Okay, so there are a few more hats in the group. I have hats 8, well, a few, 2 actually. Hats 8 and the rides. And I'm going to continue this tomorrow at the same time. And also I'm going to treat the whole bus separately. I'm going to add some crispiness on top of it. Hope you have found this interesting, and I wish you a good rest of the day. Thank you for being here with me. Ciao.